full of delusional men, and on top of that, they have fragile egos. So even if we try to present them with criticism that could be beneficial, their egos drown out the message. Their egos drown out the message. The thing for me, and so I was already, when I was in undergrad, I had studied just gender, sexuality, and identity. It was something that I was really passionate about, and I identified with the feminist movement. I always had, but even more so when I was in undergrad. However, when I graduated into the real world, blah, 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 I realized that, the independent woman narrative, or the kind of slut shaming that sometimes goes on in the feminist movement, especially when I was studying it, or not even the slut shaming, but how often we talk about hypersexualization. And hypersexualization is something that needed to be discussed. But specifically hypersexualization and within Black female identity is something that I was really into, and ended up writing a whole paper about it. But I was saying that, we can't, basically what I'm saying is the feminist movement really pushed the independent woman in the don't really be feminine. You don't have to do all these feminine things that we used to have to do. You don't have to shave. You don't have to do this. I get that. I realized that premise was flawed when I entered the real world, and I was like, well, shit, okay, I don't have to do those things, but in order to get better treatment, especially in a shitty ass world, I'm going to be feminine because I get treated better when I'm feminine, and I need as much favor in this fucked up world as a Black woman that I can get. So I'm going to choose to be to be more feminine. I actually enjoy being feminine. I love having my nails done. I love playing in makeup. I love going to get services done. It's just natural to me. However, I realized that the narrative that they were pushing about independent womanhood wasn't necessarily a complete narrative. Where was I going with this? Sexuality. Oh, so I learned that, a woman should and can use her femininity to obtain power in society. And oftentimes the most empowered women are ones who use their intelligence, but are feminine enough to not always come off as the independent woman. I don't know how to explain that any better. And so while I was really enjoying, learning the game, becoming a sugar baby, learning how to obtain power and money, which is power as well, from men through my femininity, the only thing that I had a problem with was that I was another woman contributing to delusional men. I was another woman who wasn't being honest, because, it wasn't like they were really, my first sugar daddy kind of knew, but he was a pimp in his own way. He was an asshole in his own way. He was calculated as well. And so I had to learn so much. I had such a learning curve with him, because the situation in the beginning was not that beneficial. In the end, it was. I just got tired. However, what was I going to say? Oh, and then my other sugar daddy, it was never, it's an unspoken thing. And they talk about it being an unspoken thing. However, it's sometimes, my other sugar daddy is just sometimes you don't want to be adding to another delusional man. And I just feel and even with other men that I've gotten money from who were older and not that attractive or whatever, I had to, they say, oh, be nice and act feminine and act like you need them and act like you're attracted to them. And you have to do that. And I just felt I had leveled up. I remember when I first started out, and I looked at the picture of when I first started out compared to where I was. And it was a completely different girl, a transformation in just every aspect of my identity, outwardly and internally. And I just didn't feel like this girl that I had created and leveled up and put a lot of energy into fixing and tweaking and making sure that I, really curated a look and an image that I was proud of. And so when I really got proud of that image, it was really hard for me to continue to create and add to delusional men. Because, you know, when you have a girl who, in my opinion, and people can say, oh, well, fuck you. I'm absolutely drop dead gorgeous. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Everybody got an opinion. But to me, I adore myself. I think I'm absolutely beautiful. I think that I could contend with some of the best ones, because a lot of the shit y'all seeing is photoshopped and it's a lot going on, okay? I'm doing this shit on a tight budget, bitch, with no personal trainer, with no stylist, with no Photoshop. So I feel like I'm shutting it down, because how many of the people you really adore can you really see them in person? Because in Atlanta, you start seeing motherfuckers in person and you seeing, you know, the surgeries and the face stuff, and you like, fuck, bitch. Damn. Oh, fuck. I thought I was trying to be like you? Hell no. I'm straight. Hey, give me my give me any day. Give me any day, bitch. So, that's how I feel about me. When I started to feel that way about myself, and, you know, I had to do this dance with my other sugar daddy with money, and then I have to act like, you know, super sweet with the other one. I just felt like I was adding to a society that's already full of delusional men who don't want to be open and honest about the fact that they have to pay for the presence and the attention of a young, beautiful girl. And that's not fair. And, you know, and you learn to take your losses with your wins. You learn, you know, what battles are worth it. And, you know, you play a role into a certain point. But it's just like something inside of me, my self-esteem increased to such a level that it was really hard for me to act and pretend with men that, you know, everybody would know, you know, like when I would go shopping, you know, like, and so, and they can say, you know, and you'd be like, oh, well, they do know. But it's just like, why do I have to act, you know, nice and shit when I'm me and you're you? You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, so, that's something that I've had to just deal with and learn when to. Because it's just like, sometimes it's just like, I'm going to do all this acting. Okay, anyway. So I just had to just, you know, now I'm kind of really, I mean, I still, you know, my sugar daddy sent me some money. My other sugar daddy just sent me some money randomly last night. And I was like, that is so sweet. But, you know, I'm to the point where I'm completely rocking with me. You know, if a nigga is giving me bread, but he's no good for me, or he's not adding to me or uplifting me, and I feel, you know, like I have to dim my light, or I feel like I have to do something that's beneath me, I can't do it. That's where I'm at with how much I'm in love with myself. I'm so in love with myself that I just can't accept anything that's not on the level that I see myself. And people can say, well, that's inaccurate. But even if it's inaccurate, I'm only allowing the best treatment for myself. So even if me being the best or me being good is inaccurate, the fact that I'm only accepting the best for myself is something to applaud. And I think that a lot of people should feel better about themselves and only expect, you know, the best, and only accept the best. I mean, sometimes it's cool to go do this dance with men, you know, and flatter them and stroke their egos and ha ha he he and get a little money for it. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, that man is benefiting from your energy, and, you know, that man is benefiting from having seen with you. And so just make sure, and then you have to act because you don't really like them. So it's just like, make sure all of those things pan out to the amount of money you're getting or the benefits you're getting. Because I just felt like I was putting on shows, and, you know, niggas were just, you know, and I was getting shit because I'm really good at, you know, finessing. Like, that's just something I had to learn how to just finesse. Like, if you can't finesse, like, if you're not willing to push the boundaries, it's like, do you not think you're worth it? Like, push the boundaries. And if that person can't perform, or if they can't give you what you're pushing them to, at least you get, you know, if you come up short, you come up short, but at least you pushed it to the very limit. And then not only that, but you were expecting the best for yourself instead of limiting and be like, oh, I feel like I was definitely in a mindset of lack. And when I was in a mindset of lack, then I was willing to accept bullshit. But when I went into a mindset of abundance and not be a man, because people are like, oh, why are you depending on men? No, I'm just saying that if you're an older man and I'm not attracted to you, but you want my time and my energy, I need to be compensated.